Welcome to my story time by mybooksummary.com. Get ready for quick wisdom of countless stories and explore. The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. Some stories stick with us not just because they're exciting, but because they speak to something deep inside us. The need to belong, the thrill of adventure, the battle between good and evil, and the struggle to find our place in the world. The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling is one of those stories. It isn't just about animals and the jungle. It's about survival, loyalty, freedom, and identity. Originally published in 1894, The Jungle Book is a collection of short stories and poems. But the most famous of them all is the tale of Mowgli, the boy raised by wolves. It's a story filled with danger, wisdom, humor, and heart. It has been retold countless times in books, movies, and even musicals, but the original is something truly special. So let's step into the deep, dark jungle, where the moonlight filters through the leaves, the air hums with the sounds of insects, and the eyes of wild creatures glow in the shadows. Let's meet the animals who shaped Mowgli's life and discover the lessons the jungle has to teach us. Mowgli's beginning, a child of the jungle. The story begins on a warm night in the Indian jungle. A small, naked human baby, helpless and alone, wanders into the den of a wolf pack. This is Mowgli, and his arrival changes everything. Mother Wolf, a fierce and protective creature, sees something special in the child. While most animals would see a human as an intruder, she chooses to raise him as her own. She names him Mowgli, meaning frog, because of his smooth, hairless skin. But the jungle isn't a safe place for a man cub. Shere Khan, the arrogant and cruel tiger, believes Mowgli belongs to him. He comes to the wolf pack's den, demanding that they hand over the boy. But the wolves, led by Father Wolf and supported by the wise and noble Baloo, the bear, and the sleek and deadly Bagheera, the panther, refuse. They see the potential in Mowgli and decide to raise him according to the law of the jungle. Mowgli grows up learning the ways of the wild, how to run with the wolves, how to listen to the wind, and how to understand the silent language of the trees. But no matter how much he learns, there's always a shadow looming over him, the knowledge that he is different, that he is not truly one of them. Lessons of the jungle, Mowgli's training. Mowgli's childhood is unlike any other. He doesn't learn to read or write, but he learns things far more useful in the jungle. Baloo, the great, sleepy, and wise bear, teaches him the laws of the jungle. These are not just rules, they are survival. They govern how the animals live, hunt, and interact with one another. They are ancient and unbreakable, and they keep balance in the wild. Bagheera, on the other hand, teaches Mowgli stealth, speed, and the art of survival. He is Mowgli's protector, but he never lets the boy grow weak. The jungle is a dangerous place, and a moment of carelessness can mean death. One of the most important lessons Mowgli learns is how to use fire, the red flower, as the animals call it. Fire is feared by all creatures, and it becomes Mowgli's greatest weapon. With fire, he is more powerful than any beast in the jungle, even Shere Khan. But Mowgli isn't just learning how to survive. He's also learning what it means to be an outsider. He is a boy living among animals, never fully belonging. He doesn't realize it yet, but one day, he will have to choose between the jungle and the world of men. The threat of Shere Khan, the battle for survival. Shere Khan never forgets. He waits, biding his time, watching Mowgli grow. He knows that one day, the boy will have to leave the protection of the pack. And when that day comes, he will strike. Mowgli, however, is not the helpless child he once was. He has grown strong, fast, and clever. He understands the ways of the jungle better than most creatures. But he also feels the weight of something else, something he doesn't fully understand yet. When the time comes, the wolves, fearing the wrath of Shere Khan and seeing Mowgli as too human, turn against him. He is cast out of the pack, forced to leave the only home he has ever known. It is a heartbreaking moment, but it is also the beginning of something new. Mowgli, heartbroken but not defeated, walks away from the jungle. He does not go as a victim, he goes with purpose. He goes to find the one thing that will give him the power to defeat Shere Khan once and for all. The return of the man-cub, fire and vengeance. Mowgli returns to the world of men, but he doesn't fit in there either. The villagers fear him, whisper about him, and see him as something unnatural. He is caught between two worlds, belonging to neither. But Mowgli does not dwell on sorrow. He has work to do. He learns how to use fire, not just as a weapon, but as a symbol of his power. With fire in his hands, he returns to the jungle, ready to face his enemy. The final confrontation between Mowgli and Shere Khan is not just a battle, it is a statement. Mowgli is no longer just a lost boy. He is the master of the jungle, standing tall with fire in his hands, unafraid. Shere Khan, for all his strength and arrogance, cannot fight fire. Mowgli drives him into a trap, leading him to his death. The jungle watches, silent, as the great tiger falls. Mowgli has won, but victory is bittersweet. He has defeated his greatest enemy, but where does he belong now? He is not a wolf. He is not a man. He is something in between. Mowgli's farewell, a man among men. After defeating Shere Khan, Mowgli returns to the jungle, but things have changed. The wolves no longer see him as one of their own. He has outgrown them. And so, Mowgli makes the hardest decision of all. He leaves the jungle behind. He walks away from the trees, the rivers, and the animals he grew up with. He steps into the world of men, not because he wants to, but because he must. It is a bittersweet ending. Mowgli's story is not just one of adventure, it is one of growth. He learns that sometimes we must leave behind what we love to become who we are meant to be. Final thoughts: why the Jungle Book still matters. The Jungle Book is more than just a collection of animal stories. It is a tale of identity, belonging, and the struggle between nature and civilization. It is about finding strength in oneself, even when the world seems against you. Mowgli's journey is one we all take, in our own way. We all search for a place where we belong, we all face enemies who test us, and we all learn that growing up means making hard choices. And let's not forget the sheer thrill of it all. The adventure, the danger, the wild beauty of the jungle. Kipling's writing brings the jungle to life in a way that makes you feel the heat of the sun, hear the rustling leaves, and see the gleaming eyes in the dark. So, if you haven't read The Jungle Book, do yourself a favor and dive in. Let the jungle take you in. Just remember, watch out for Shere Khan, trust Bagheera, and never forget the law of the jungle. Stay tuned for more enlightening content. Head over to www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share the magic with friends. And let's grow together through the power of books and interesting stories.